Hello, welcome to Board Game Barrister, our local game shop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is the final time we will be gathering at the table in the year 2022, so what better time to talk about the games we'll be playing at New Year's this year. I am here with my fellow barristers, Gordon and Elizabeth, and let's get into it.
What are 5 winter sports?
Elizabeth.
Skiing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Snowboarding?
Yep.
Yep. No.
4, basketball. Curling.
Yes.
Yes.
One of our all-time favorite party games is Hive Mind. So if I'm going to a New Year's Eve party, it honestly doesn't matter whether it's with people that I know really well or people that I've never met before. I'm totally bringing Hive Mind. This has really great open-ended questions, such as what are the 4 best items to order at a restaurant, and everyone's just going to write down the things that come to the top of their mind, and then we're going to score based on whether we had that hive mind, whether we had the same answer that somebody else had.
Yeah, Hive Mind has always had a special place in my heart because while the goal is to write the same answer as many people at the table as possible, and say, spaghetti's the best thing to order at a restaurant.
What? What? BLT.
I'm saying a lot of people would write spaghetti.
No.
But if 2 people at the table specifically love BLTs and they both write BLT, we score points off of each other, and there's this moment of connection with one other person. I mean, you only scored 2 points instead of maybe the 8 everybody who wrote spaghetti gets, but it's this great moment of, yes, you get me, and that's why I love this one.
So what I love about Hive Mind, same thing I said on our full-length video, is actually really similar to Andy's, but it's where you, or even better, someone else writes that answer. You're like, oh, that's really good. I didn't write that, but it's really good. They're little epiphanies, right? And they're nice little ways of connection through the game, even though you're not scoring points in the game. Andy.
Yeah. What's the special of the day?
It is my beautiful knees. So weird.
What does your favorite memory involve?
Toe jam. What's the best part of waking up in the morning? All right, next up, if you are just looking to laugh until midnight, Chonky Donkey is the game you want to grab. This is literally a game where we're going to turn to somebody else at the table and try to make them laugh. And we're going to do that by making them read a card to us over and over and over again. We get to see what that card is, but they don't know what it's going to be at first. And it could say something like chubby cheeks. It could say some random crusty stuff. It could say a lifetime supply of pudding. All sorts of random nonsense. Now, what we're going to do to them is we're going to look at the cards in our hand, which are all questions, and we're going to choose the question that we think having to answer with chubby cheeks is going to make them laugh. What's your term for slaying money? Chubby cheeks. And if they can hold a straight face, they get to collect the point, but if anybody makes them laugh, they're handing their point away.
You said, what's your term for slaying money? Just as an FYI.
That's terrible. I'm so upset.
It was otherwise a really good take. Yeah, it is a really good time trying to pick that question and inflection that I think is just going to push you over the edge and trigger that smile laugh reaction to see if I can get you to break. It is an amazing time.
So when I think about what games I'm going to bring to a game night and what that event is going to be, I'm thinking about kind of what's the vibe, what's the energy level, and when you're coming into a New Year's Eve, that energy level is going to be high. People are ready to have a good time. Chonky Donkey's going to tap right into that because it is a game where it is really all about laughing. It's all there. It's not a game where laughing is incidental. It's core to the game, and this is going to keep that energy, amped up in that span of time, and that's what I want. When I'm going to a New Year's party where everybody's there, I want something that is all going to be just laughing and funny and silly. So, love it a whole bunch.
From 0 to 100, how grumpy are you when you don't get enough sleep?
Probably.
For real?
Maybe no.
Are we in?
Okay.
19 and 3 seconds.
Ooh, that was threading the needle.
Very good.
22.
Oh, so spicy. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yes!
The last of the trifecta that I'm going to bring to my New Year's party this year is Fun Facts. So in Hive Mind, we had a game that works well if you know people or if you don't know people. We have Chonky Donkey that you're just laughing all the time. And we have Fun Facts where you don't necessarily have to know everybody, but it helps if some people know one another. So in Fun Facts, we're going to ask a question that we're all going to answer, and that could be something like, on a scale of 1 to 100, how afraid of the dentist are you? And I'm going going to write down my answer, I'm going to put it in place, and then Andy's going to have his answer, and he's going to guess whether his is higher or lower than mine, and then Elizabeth's going to have hers and decide whether it's higher, lower, or in between, and so on. And we're then going to reveal our answers, and if we're all in the right order ascending, we're all going to get a bunch of points. If we have to remove one of them, we're going to get fewer points, and we're working as a team to get the most number of points over a total of 8 cards. I love it a whole bunch, and again, we get to learn some funny things about one another that are all personal kind of assessments or feelings.
Yeah, that's the part I love most about this one, is how purely subjective it is. There's never a time when you are ranking people based on truth. You are ranking yourself among how you think everybody else thinks of themselves. So if you have to answer the question of, you know, how good ice skater are you, you are now thinking, how good an ice skater am I? How good an ice skater do you think you are? And am I better in my mind than you are in yours? And it's this crazy, interesting, subjective mix that you're getting into.
I just think Fun Facts is hilarious based on how you know the other people at the table, whether you are work friends or if they are a friend of a friend or someone you just follow on social media. The layers and levels at which we know each other can really bring out some interesting, shall we say, assumptions that you have to make when you're playing Fun Facts. And I'm like, okay, this is what I think I know about you. Let's find out.
All right, so those are our big 3, but we did want to give honorable mention to a great game called 20 Questions, just got re-released this year. It is a great game if you want to lean a little bit more into a trivia and knowledge type game, but one that anybody can play, because it should actually be called 20 Clues. The idea is that we've got a reader each round who's going to tell us whether we're trying to guess a person, a place, or a thing, and they've got a card with 20 clues on it. Each of us gets to name a number and then hear that clue each round. So if we're talking about a person, we might get the clue, I am an American female. Totally useless. But if we got something else more like I'm crazy in love with my husband, you start to get a little bit of hints about maybe song titles, or is this a singer? It ends up being Beyonce in the end. And I love it because you get points based on how quick you're able to guess the correct answer and the number of clues that have been given. The reader gets the rest of the points if you guys are really slow about guessing. All right, that is what we're bringing to New Year's. We've done videos on all of these. We had a great time playing every single one of them, so I'll put links in the description. You can go and watch us play and see how the games actually feel while they're being played. They're also all available in our online store if you want to pick one or more of them up for yourself. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great new year, and we will see you in 2023.